which allows you to work in a conducive environment. If there is no conducive environment because of insecurity, you cannot even worship Allah. And for anything to prevent me from praying to the Almighty Allah, you have to take my life. Because for me to worship my God, I'm ready to pay any price for that. But what is more important is that it's the security that allows you to pray, security that allows you to learn, security that allows you to be treated peacefully in a hospital or anywhere else. So you see how important security is. So whether I say it or emphasize it or not, security of this country would not be compromised.
Mr. President, if I may ask you one question, my apologies if it doesn't work out right with you, Mr. President, but we have the National Assembly elections in March. And from what I can read on the wall, it's very possible that the APRC might, as well as you did in the presidential election, sweep the polls. You have 4 people to nominate on your own free will. Will you nominate somebody from the opposition?
So what?
As a member of the National Assembly?
Why not?
Ooh, I thought you would tell me that.
Look, from the opposition, yes. From enemies of the country, no. So there's a difference between opposition and enemies of the country. Why you are as a member of the opposition? I made him a commissioner, a governor. Anybody who loves this country but do not subscribe to my ideology, it's a Gambian, it's a positive opposition. But those who espouse hatred and violence and want destruction of this country for their own selfish interest, hell no. If you are talking about positive opposition, yes. I will nominate them. If they are positive and progressive, yes, like Wajuara. Because this country, I don't expect everybody to espouse my ideology. I don't expect everybody to support me. But where we see eye to eye that you're also interested in the socio-economic development of this country, are not interested in tribalism and selfishness and hatred for people, yes. Oh yes, why not?
Mr. President, you'll be inaugurated soon, probably within the next 24 hours.
Don't ask me when I'm going to dissolve cabinet, because I won't tell you.
We're not looking into that, but it's on a high scale. Yes. It's on a high scale.
Yes. I'm going to be inaugurated tomorrow.
I wonder how you could tell us, how would you feel like being nominated for the 4th, being elected for the 4th time and being inaugurated on the 4th time as well?
Well, it doesn't really, as I said, from the day I have been elected, I feel very grateful to the Gambian people. And I know it's a big challenge. So the challenge is not lightly. It's not a light challenge. But I always pray to the Almighty Allah to make sure that not only do I live up to the challenge or meet the challenge, but go beyond what is expected of me in terms of delivering to the Gambian people. Hey, if you think that 72%, yes, you can sit down and cross your legs. No, it says 72% of 80% that voted. So you're talking about 92%. Okay? That voted for you. And everybody's voting for you, expecting that this time around you also do much better. So what does it mean? You don't say, oh, I should sleep and say, oh, did I have 72%? I should sleep. No, I should work hard to make sure that I do not let them down. So it's not easy. But that is why from day one I've been elected, I've been praying to the Almighty Allah and looking at what we should really do to make sure that we do not let down the Gambian people. And by the grace of the Almighty Allah, I will not let them down. But, as I said, there will be tears, there will be people losing their jobs or going to jail. So you choose. You can simply, you don't want to work, simply resign and go home. Nobody is going to arrest you. Nobody is going to take you to the NIA or to a commission for resigning. No. But if you sit down and you don't work and you want to be wealthy at the expense of Gambian people, you asking for trouble. Oh, people say, oh, the NIA, the police, the investigation, and this, all sorts of things. People have been here for 17 years. They have never seen the inside of a police station. And they have never been taken to the NIA, the majority of the people. So if somebody is taken to the NIA here, he must have done something wrong, or he must have been suspected of doing something wrong. That's why he's taken to the NIA. Do I want to bother people? No. Do I want to trample upon the rights of people? No. Do I want to dismiss people? Is it a pleasure? Yes. Because I dismiss people that do not want to work and they think that we are stupid. You don't want to work, you don't want to go home, and you want to be paid. Yes. But other than that, 72% is a big challenge. And they vote, you think they voted because, Jammeh is going to relax now. They say, no, you want the economic supervisor is talking about, we want him to bring it. So there's no relaxation. For the APRC government and those patriotic government, there's no relaxation. Of course, we will also create the conducive environment for people outside of the government system to excel. In terms of schools, anything that we can think of, we're going to do our best to build a modern Gambia. We're going to modernize health institutions. You know, the one thing we cannot modernize is the attitude of people. But we're going to train more personnel, and of course the younger generation, the unpolluted ones. We're sending a lot of them outside, and we also hope that when they come back, it will be, things would change. Attitudes in hospitals would change. But those who are there, also they are warned, hereby warned. It's not only hospitals, but also it applies to police stations. You go, there's no vehicle, they ask you to hire a vehicle. Now, a vehicle is provided, they tell you they have no fuel. This is going to stop. Because any police station that does that, they're going, all of them are going home. So, where? There will be no sacred cow. If you don't work, you are going home. Period. This time around, I'm not going to have the luxury of giving you 3 warnings. I'm not going to do that anymore. Because let people know what is needed in this country. You know, to give you an example, as we speak, more than 8 international airlines have been struggling for the past 7 months to use the Gambia as a hub. And only a few people, less than 10 people, blocked it. To give you an example, when Gambians have to go to another country to take flights to go, we have only SN Brussels, Royal Air Maroc, and most of the major airlines that you think about, for the past 7 months, they have been struggling to have permission to use the Gambia. Some of them want to use the Gambia as a hub, and somebody is blocking them. The more flights we have, the better for us, our prestige, and our tourism industry. And some few crooked idiots decided to block that. I will deal with them on Friday after I've been sworn in. So Gambians should understand to what length they will push me to dismiss somebody. But this time around, we are not only dismissing people, but we are prosecuting them. Because I think that's the